Mr. Iyer, would you have thought that this was the logical progression, that one would decriminalize homosexuality and in time legalize same-sex marriage? That is usually the course that a country would take.
I think that would have been the natural progression, and it was, in fact, in the government's response on Section 377 also. They said that they would go with any verdict that the Supreme Court would take, insofar that it's only about decriminalization. So hinting that they will have an opinion, a very strong opinion, when it came to same-sex marriage and other rights. This is a linear progression. It is understood that all that has happened with Section 377 being read down is that we have, we have kept the law out of our bedroom as of now, as long as we are having consensual sex with another consenting adult. That's all that has happened. There has been no recognition as such. Recognition of same-sex marriage or marriage equality would actually be the first step in recognizing queer couples as a family. So I think that it's time and that we do this, because this is not just about LGBT. We're about two people singing Hama Antakshari during Hum Aapke Hain Kaun. This is more than that. This is about the right of me signing for my partner if he's in his deathbed, because you'll have to take a signature. If you have to remove life support, then you'll have to take the signature of the family. So me being recognized as a family would give me that rights. It's about inheritance rights. It's about the right to adopt. It's the beginning of several rights that would come, and all that needs to be done is expand the rights and to strike down man and woman and everything and make it about persons, two people marrying each other, and that's precisely what we seek from from the Supreme Court.
Mr. Iyer, stay with me. I want to bring in Desh Ratan Nigam. He's a lawyer and a political analyst, also deeply knows the functioning of the RSS. Mr. Nigam, the fact is, you're also a lawyer, and I'm going to just ask you from the purview of the law. If the government was silent at the time and looked up at the top court to decide on Section 377, then how is legalizing same-sex marriage become a policy decision?
Well, even that was a policy decision.
Exactly. But ultimately, ultimately, sir, I just want to come in because I apologize that I'm interrupting. That was a policy decision. After opposing it initially, the government possibly maybe read the writing on the wall and then said that we leave it on the purview of the Supreme Court to decide. Now this affidavit, the government says that this will cause havoc. Same-sex marriages will cause havoc, and we urge the Supreme Court not to rule on it as this is a policy decision. If that was a policy decision, so is this.
No, the fact is we have to look at the two individual cases differently. That was not about marriage, giving sanctity to a relationship into a marriage. This is about marriage, and there are certain norms in our society. And let me tell you, this is not within the purview and domain of the Supreme Court. That, yes, the government was silent, subsequently silent on that. That does not mean it should be silent on this issue also. And therefore, even if they are doing it under 142, Article 142, which itself says Supreme Court in the exercise of its jurisdiction, what lies within their jurisdiction is to interpret and not to make new law. That is within the domain of the Parliament. And also Article 142 also says, subject to the provisions of any law made by the Parliament. Therefore, these two conditions are already there under 142. And this is about society, whether our society is ready or not.